Welcome back, everybody, to DouglasCountyDigest.com. My name is Luke Johnson. I'm here with Mark Davis, and we are about to start the second quarter here in Atwood. It is Arthur Lovington up 14-0 over Arcola, and they are on the move. Shearing in the backfield. 4 wideouts, 1 back in the backfield. In the pistol. Takes the snap himself, and he will go up the middle for about a 5-yard gain.
Made by number 32.
And we're starting to get a little chippy out there. Some tough blocking going on the far side of the field.
Pick up a 5, second and 5.
An excellent gain for Arthur. It'll be 2nd down and 5 to go. As Arthur will have the 3 wideout. 2 wideouts to the far side of the field, on the right side, 1 to our side, which is the left side. Curtis Plank is on the left. Fagan and Siebens are off to the right. Shearing in the pistol. High snap. Keeps it himself. Almost gets taken down the backfield. Still on his feet coming to this sideline. Excellent chip block. And Sherling is down the sideline. He is going to make it in untouched. That is another score for Arthur Lovington. Number 21, Tyler Shearing, has all 3 scores with his feet. And we saw this a little bit last week when they played Villa Grove. When Shearing gets out in the open field, it's a fun show to watch because you just see him run. Don't discredit anybody. That was some great blocking on the edge. Good blocking up the middle for Arthur. Opened up some holes. Shearing made the cutback, got to the sideline, got a block from his wide out. And then that was all he needed to get down the sideline and score.
And when you're 6 foot 170 like Shearing is there, it's very easy to maneuver and change direction very quick to get the defense back on their heels.
And they will definitely be doing that. And as Mark pointed out earlier, they need to start focusing on keeping Shearing from getting to the edge like that. And they need to keep him in the middle, keep him packed in. And we've got some personnel issues in the west end zone, as the referees are trying to keep everybody off of the field. For the extra point here for Arthur. 11:03 on the clock in the second quarter. And Arthur is looking like they're going to dominate. They've scored on all 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers by Arcola have resulted in points for Arthur. If you're Arcola, you got to say, eliminate the turnovers. It's a 0-0 ball game right now. And the extra point attempt by Jordan Fagan is a line drive, and it is good. So it is 21-0. 11:03 in the second quarter. And Mark, what does Arcola need to do? They need to cap off some drives, I can tell you that much.
What Arcola needs to realize is that the only 2 weapons that Arthur really has right now is Shearing and Fagan. And they've been stopping Fagan pretty well today. So I think you just have 1 or 2 defenders each focused on Shearing and Fagan, and you'll be able to stop this offense. It's just kind of man-on-man right now for Arcola. They don't need to do too much of a zone. There's not too many weapons to stop in that backfield. It's just the workload is going on 2 main people.
And I'm sure Shearing is well over 100 yards rushing here in the first half, as Arthur's 3 scores have come off of his legs. And of course the blocking up front by the Arthur line. I mean, they have had really good blocking up front so far. Arcola needs a jump start right here. If they lose this game, the chances they're out of the playoffs. I believe you have to have 5 wins, and in order for them to get 5 wins, they must win tonight and next week. So 11:03 here in the second quarter, as we've said, 21-0 in favor of Arthur. As number 1 Tyler Shearing getting set to kick off for Arthur, as the Arthur sideline tries to get this Atwood Hammond Raja crowd pumped up. Low line drive by Shearing, fielded by Wyatt Fischel, taken down around the 37-yard line. So 1st and 10. Oh, excuse me, that was Mutria, number 22, on the return. So Arcola takes over 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line.
37-yard line.
And Arthur's defense will take over. And Arthur's defense has forced 3 turnovers tonight, proving their skill right at the moment. And Strader is in the backfield, in the pistol, sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff to the outside. Mutria up the middle for a 4-yard gain. Excellent handoff. Good execution up the middle. Just gain a few yards. A lot of those middle runs are just to pick up 3 or 4 yards. Try and get your offense going, get a little rhythm set up. Every now and then you get a big play up the middle, but usually that's just to wear and tear on your defense. And Arcola has done a very good job of going through the middle. And 4 wideouts for Arcola. Strader, the QB, in the pistol with Mutria behind him. And Mutria with a great block up front. And Strader lowers his shoulder, goes right into the Arcola secondary for a good gain, another 4-yard gain. And it will be 3rd and 2.
Make that 4. It will be 3rd and 2.
And again, Arcola's offensive line with a great push up the middle on Arthur's defensive line. And 3 wideouts, 2 to our side, 1 to the far side for Strader. He's got 2 backs behind him. And they go up the middle. And Wyatt Fischel will gain enough yards for the first down. There on the 50. So an excellent drive. Again, Arcola starting off really well on their drive, getting to the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
You know, I hate to say Arthur's defense is playing poorly right now because they forced 3 turnovers, but they have been dominated a little bit up the middle. If you want to point out anything negative towards them, I hate to point anything negative. They played well when they've needed to, forcing turnovers. Strader in the backfield sends a man in motion. Hands off, he goes to the outside.
Number 15 still on the carry.
And he gains about 4 yards. So good run again by Arcola. 4-yard gain.
Pick up 3 on the play. The 2nd and 7.
And Arcola bringing out 3 wideouts again. 2 to the right side of the field, our side, 1 out to the left. 2 backs. Strader takes the snap, it's a low snap, pitches back to his running back Wyatt Fischel, who runs right into the back of his own player, and he's still up and moving. Excellent job rolling over people on the ground, not touching the ground for a big gain. Good job by Wyatt Fischel.
Pick up a 3 will be 3rd and 3.
And again, Arcola really pounding the middle of the Arthur defense right now. And doing it successfully. As long as they hang on to the ball, they can keep going up the middle without a problem. Their offensive line is blocking hard enough for the first few seconds, giving them a 4-yard gain almost every time.
All right.
And there's a handoff, and it's given to Mutria, who falls forward. It looks like it will be a first down, and they are moving the chains, so 1st and 10 for Arcola. And again, Arcola on the drive. Good job by the front 5 for Arcola. The center and 2 guards are definitely firing off the ball really well for Arcola right now, keeping Arthur's defensive line at bay. 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 21-0, still in favor of Arthur. Arcola on the drive. 3 wide outs. Strader takes the snap, pitches to Mutria on the outside. And Cody Stevens for Arthur is out there along with Jordan Fagan, who makes up a lot of yards, helps Stevens out with that tackle.
Got blasted there by Fagan. That was a great hit flying in from the safety position.
And it's marked today as a great cover by Fagan. Covered a lot of ground, and Arthur will call a timeout. Coach Schuring does not look very happy. Now that's one of those statement things. Say you play well for a couple seconds and then you guys are getting beat up in the middle, which they definitely are right now. Arcola's offensive line has been dominant when they run the ball up the middle. And like I said before, Mark, you know, you eliminate those 3 turnovers and it's a 0-0 ball game.
Yes, it is.
No score on the board for anybody, barring those 3 turnovers. 6.5 minutes to go here in the half.
And when you really consider it might not only be 0-0, but they could have turned those drives after the turnover into a touchdown. So it might be in Arcola's favor right now. Had they not shot themselves in the foot a couple times, turning the ball over.
Definitely, Arcola is their own worst enemy right now with those turnovers.
Which you can't deny or put down that firepower on the Arthur offense, especially with Schuring and his legs.
But Arcola does a good job with their offense. The longer you're out there with your offense, the less that Arthur's defense is on the field. Strader in the backfield, 3 wideouts, 2 behind him. And a handoff to Fischel, who still got it, bouncing around in the backfield. And he will make a decent gain. Jordan Fagan, number 15, on the stop.
That was great blocking by number 54, Ronnie Olvera. He certainly anchored that middle, blocked for a good 4 or 5 seconds while the running back ran around there.
So 3rd and 5 for Arcola as they try to keep this drive alive here in Arthur territory from about the 34-yard line. And as they come up to the line, they will again stay with the 3 wideouts. The 2 backs in the backfield. 32 Fischel is still in the backfield. And it looks like they're going to run the option. And number 2, Strader, is taken down. He'll be short of the first down. I think it's close. It's going to be close.
62, Dylan Black. Close to a first down. But it's short. It's 4th and less than a yard.
So we're going to look at 4th and half an inch, it looks like almost. Not very far. Arcola again will be forced to go on 4th down. It's one of those 4-down territory. You're on Arthur's side of the field. You're within scoring distance. These are one of those plays that Arcola needs to capitalize on. And Arcola, 3 wideouts, 2 backs in the backfield for Strader. Strader hands off to Fischel, and he is still squirming.
By number 54, Logan West.
And he did get enough for the first down, so Arcola stays alive. 1st and 10 inside Arthur's 30, around the 28-yard line. So again, Arcola pounds the middle of that Arthur defense, and they're grinding out yards here late in the 2nd quarter. And they have 2 wideouts, 3 wideouts. Mutria behind Strader, hands off to Mutria, takes a couple of hits, spins around, and gains about 2.
Number 22, Mutria on the carry, stop made by number 54, Logan West. Pick up a 2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
And Arcola definitely has the majority of possession time here.
Homecoming attendance.
But Arthur with the lead, 21-0 on 3 quick strikes. All coming from Tyler Schuring on big runs after Arcola turnovers. So 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the half. Arcola in the pistol. Strader takes the snap, pitches to Fischel, and he is taken down by a lot of red.
On the carry, stop made by number 20, Mitchell Elton, and number 27.
And he might have gained 2 more, if that.
Gain of 1, 3rd and 7.
So 3rd and long for Arcola. A different story now. It's hard to test the middle when you've got 3rd and long. You got to go to the air or get a good spread out run to either end. And Arcola goes to the 4 wide out set. They're spread with Mutria in the backfield behind Strader. Strader sends a man in motion. And they hand off to Mutria, who runs into a lot of Arthur defenders. He is close to the first down.
By number 53, Ethan Gingrich.
Good job by Zach Mutria, bouncing off some Arthur defenders. And he does get the first down, so 1st and 10 again for Arcola, as they are hoping for a score here to make it a 2-score game. And as they come to the line, we will have their normal 3 wideout sets. Strader in the pistol, Zach Mutria, number 22, behind him. The snap, the pitch out to Mutria, and he runs right into Logan West, and he is solid. Great run by Mutria. Decides to go at the brick wall that is Logan West, and it was a very nice collision. Good tackle by Logan West.
Don't forget, all alumni football players and this year's homecoming attendance.
And Arcola will go 4 wideouts. Strader in the pistol sends a man in motion. And they hand off. No, Wyatt Fischel going to the outside, and he is thrown down by number 15, Jordan Fagan.
West and Fagan. Number 54, Logan West. 15,
So
timeout,
it'll be
Arcola.
3rd and about 2 as Arcola calls a timeout.
All homecoming court, please report to the west goalpost.
So what do you think, Mark? Do you think they'll stick with the run and grind it out into the end zone, or do you think you go for a shot here with 1:15 to go? Do they need to try and throw it into the end zone?
I think you go with the run here on 3rd and 3, and if they don't get it, you try to go with the pass on 4th and short, or you can try to run it there, but looks like the pass has been a little bit more reliable and certainly be more likely to get in the end zone if they have it.
And of all the things that Arthur's done right tonight, their only fault that I've seen so far is the middle of their defense. Arcola has pounded it up the middle for the last 5, 6, 7 minutes and just taking short chunks out of the field, getting first down after first down, hopefully getting it in here to soften the blow for the next half. But they definitely have shown a weakness in Arthur's defense, and that is up the middle. And here we go. Arcola lines up with 4 wideouts, excuse me. Zach Mutria, number 22, is behind number 2, Strader, the quarterback. And he hands off to Mutria up the middle, who runs one guy over, still on his feet, and he is in the end zone. Number 22, Zach Mutria, with a great run into the end zone. Got hit 2 or 3 times, and still able to get into the end zone. Great run.
It's definitely a great confidence booster if you're Arcola. You get into the end zone with just a little bit left in the first half, and you can come out, and I think now that they see that there's a big weakness in the middle of that Arthur defense, they can come out and just shove it up their middle, and they also know that the Strader to Seaman combination has worked a little bit in the first half. Maybe they go a little bit of pass there and just a little bit of run up the middle.
And the extra point by number 10, Juan Franco, is good, and that will make it 21-7 with a minute and 8 seconds left to go in the first half here at homecoming in Atwood.
21, the Arcola Purple Riders 7.
And again, a great drive by Arcola. They've done that several times, just not able to cap it off in the end zone. And they finally get one into the end zone after a very long drive, showing the weakness of the Arthur Knights. And Arthur is a very good team. Their offense is very high-powered, very electrifying, and their defense is very speedy with a solid linebacking core led by Logan West. But Arcola, again, runs short runs up the middle, softening up the defense a little, and eventually getting into the end zone. So we'll see Arcola kick off here.
And number 2, Curtis Plank.
Fagan and number 15 and number 2, Curtis Plank, back to receive for Arthur. Number 10, Juan Franco, the kick. An onside kick, and it is recovered by Arthur.
The kick was recovered by number 3.
Excellent coverage by.
Definitely like the decision to go with the onside there.
First and 10 for the Knights.
The recovery by Kyle Fagan, number 3. And I agree with Mark on that one. Not a lot of time left on the clock. You're down 2 scores to a very good team. You got to take the gamble and try and get that onside kick.
We need the band.
And we have one wide out split to the far side. That is Curtis Plank. Tyler Shearing in the pistol with 3 backs. Man in motion. And they hand off to that man who is number 20.
Number 20,
Mitchell Helton.
On the carry.
And he gains around 2 yards.
Number 65, Patrick Henry on the stop. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7.
And Arcola with 2nd down. 2 wideouts this time. The tight end, 2 backs in the backfield for Tyler Shearing. Takes the snap, he looks to pass, rolls out to his left, being chased, throws deep down the field to a wide open Cody Stevens, and he is tackled around the 19-yard line. So an excellent rollout by the Arthur Knights. Tyler Shearing with the rollout to his left with a great throw down the middle of the field to Cody Stevens.
Definitely exciting if you're Arthur and you get that nice pass. And we see Shearing doing 3 touchdowns with the feet and then another great pass with the arm. So we'll see if he can put this in. And that would give Arthur a 28-7 lead as it is now 21-7.
And Arcola would definitely be hurt if Arthur gets into the end zone before the half here. Take away a lot of momentum that they just built up with their previous score. And it looks like 22 seconds, 21.9.
So far, Arcola's tied Arthur in points this quarter. So if they can just keep doing that and maybe pop a couple extra scores in there.
And no turnovers for Arcola. They've held on to the ball better this time around in the second quarter. And here we go. Arthur's got 4 wideouts. You got Helton, number 20, Curtis Plank, number 2, Cody Stevens, number 1, and Jordan Fagan on the far right side, number 15. Shearing in the backfield with number 27 right. And Shearing in the pistol. Takes the snap, looking downfield for the pass, has a man open, Curtis Plank in the end zone, and he screens him out. Excellent screen out by number 2, Curtis Plank, the senior. A great catch, great throw. Excellent execution again by Arthur Lovington, Atwood Hammond. They are on fire again offensively. And that score makes it 27-7. 18 seconds to go.
Holding number 20, Mitchell
Fagan for the extra point. get an offsides penalty on Arcola, or a neutral zone infraction. And Arthur looks like they're going to switch it up and go for 2 here. So with that penalty, they move a little closer to the goal line, and Coach Shearing chooses to go for 2 instead of going for the extra point.
I like the decision here. You're closer to the end zone. You've got momentum on your side, and you're just trying to wear down that Arcola team so they don't come out with any passion in the second half, so you can just run them over again.
If you're pounding the nail in, you might as well put it all the way in. Shearing in the pistol. Right behind him, number 27. High snap. And Shearing tried to keep it. Number 22, Zach Mutria, gets him in the backfield. Excellent defense by the Arcola. And it is 27-7 with just under 17 seconds here. And Arcola will get the ball back. But I think Arcola's quick strike capability is kind of non-existent, especially with just 16.8 seconds on the clock. And Mark, what do you look for here in the second half? What are these two teams, what are these coaches telling their teams at halftime?
For Arthur, you're just, I think in the second half you're looking to get other players involved, especially Fagan. He hasn't been a big contributor in this game. You might try to contain Shearing's fire out on the field, but certainly get some other players involved. Work on the middle of your defense, and then for Arcola, it's you fix the turnovers. You tied, well, now they didn't tie Arthur in points, but you just work on scoring and fixing up that defense a little bit. But the turnovers have been eliminated since the first quarter, so that's definitely encouraging if you're Arcola.
And yes, I think limiting the turnovers is going to be a big key. It would be take those turnovers away, and you have a tie ball game right now. As Shearing will kick off. Little line driver rolling down the field. Picked up by the Arcola returner. Looks to go up the middle. Looks like he will be taken down around the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Arcola with very little time on the clock.
Stop made by number 44, Brendan Keith.
And I would imagine you won't see any Hail Marys here.
From the 29-yard line for the Purple Riders.
And Arcola comes out. 4 wideouts. Straighter to the quarterback. Under center this time. Mutria behind him. And Strader will take a knee, and that will end the half here in Atwood. And it's been a tough ball game for Arcola. They got a little momentum, and then Arthur stole it right before halftime. So it is 27-7 in favor of Arthur Lovington Atwood Hammond over Arcola. We will be back shortly with the second half.